Hey there, welcome to this video where I will go over all the activities that Bashful can currently do in Disney Magic Kingdoms. Now, if we count quickly, then we can see that Bashful has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 activities in total. Now let's start with the activity that's at the top of the list, and it's also my favorite activity ever. Well, activity that Bashful can do. And it's called Washing Up with Bashful. Now this activity is literally perfect, and not only because you can see Bashful do a super nice animation here alongside Dopey and Grumpy and Dory. But it's also a perfect activity because it only takes 60 minutes and it drops the poison apple token, which is the token that all the Snow White and 7 Dwarfs characters need. Now, no location is required to do this activity, and neither do you need to level up Bashful, because this activity is available from level 1 right away when you get Bashful. Now, if you ask me, just keep sending Bashful out on this task all the time. Let's talk about the next activity, called practicing singing. Now, to practice singing, Bashful will need his voice teacher Doc to do this activity with him. So if you don't have Doc, then you can forget about doing this activity. Now, Bashful will also need the 7 Dwarfs Cottage to do this activity, because, well, to sing out in the open in front of all the guests that roam my kingdom, well, let's face it, Bashful is a bit too shy to do that. Now, this activity is 60 minutes long and it will give you 9 experience and 55 magic. Now, next up is another activity that Bashful can do in this 7 Dwarfs Cottage attraction. Now, this activity is called Play the Accordion, and it only takes 2 hours and it will give you 10 experience and 75 magic. I wish we could actually see Bashful play the accordion, but like most of the activities in this game, well, when you send a character to do something at some location, well, in some attraction, nothing much is visible most of the time. Now, next we're gonna talk about all the activities that Bashful can do in the 7 Dwarfs Mine Train attraction. Now, in total he can do 4 different activities here, and that's actually quite a lot. Now, first up is Dig Till Night. This is an 8-hour activity which gives you 20 experience and 200 magic potions. It's a very useful activity because it also drops one of the tokens for the Evil Queen, and I remember it took myself quite a while to collect all the tokens for her, so yeah, very useful. Now, another activity that will collect the other token for the Evil Queen, and which will also take place at the 7 Dwarfs Mine Train attraction, is Mining, Marching, Singing. This is a 4-hour activity which Bashful will do together with Happy, and which will give you 17 experience and 150 magic potions. Now, the next activity we're gonna take a look at is the activity called Working Away, which Bashful can do with SNEEZY. Now, this is a 6-hour quest at the 7 Dwarfs Mine Train attraction, which will give you 20 experience and 210 magic potions. Now, it's a nice little quest with SNEEZY, but aside from that there's not much more I can say about this activity, and if I recall correctly it also doesn't drop any tokens, but if it does, for sure let me know in the comments. Now, the fourth and last activity that Bashful can do at the 7 Dwarfs Mine Train attraction is Trying to be Productive. And funny enough, his partner in crime to do this activity is Sleepy. Well, if you're gonna try to be productive, then I wouldn't recommend to take Sleepy with you, but hey, I guess that's why the activity is called Trying to be Productive instead of actually being productive. Anyways, after 2 hours doing this activity, they did manage to gather 13 experience and 100 magic potions for us, so hey, at least they were a little productive. Now, alright, next up we're gonna talk about the activities that take place in the Snow White Scary Adventures attraction. Now, all Bashful actually does at this attraction is searching for Snow White. Like you can see, his first activity here is literally called Search for Snow White. It's a quest he can do all by himself. It takes 6 hours and will give you 16 experience and 155 magic potions. Now Bashful can also ask Doc for help to search for Snow White, and together they can search the area in the quest called Searching the Area. Now this activity also takes place at Snow White's Scary Adventures, and it will take 8 hours to finish, and you will be rewarded with 25 experience and 270 magic potions. Now if you've welcomed Snow White, then Bashful can also actually find her, and together they can go for a careful walk in this scary adventurous attraction. Now this activity is called Careful Walk in the Woods, and it's an 8-hour activity which will give you 25 experience and 270 magic, which I guess is reasonable for walking 8 hours in these scary woods. And then at last there is one more attraction to go where Bashful only has one activity that he can do. Well, I guess the little queen on the left here already kinda gives it away. The quest is called Evade the Queen, but as you can see, Bashful is not doing a good job at all. Instead of evading her, he is running straight at her. Now this activity takes place at the magic mirror on the wall attraction, and it takes 4 hours to complete, and it will give you 13 experience and 110 magic potions. And finally, last but certainly not least, is Bashful's attempt to speak activity. This activity takes 24 hours, and you'll get to see this really cute animation where he constantly tries to speak. Now, not only takes this activity so long to complete, but Bashful will also need to be level 10 to be able to do this activity. It's definitely worth it because it's an awesome activity, and if you have Grumpy but not at level 10 yet, then it will also drop both of his tokens. And believe me, it's very useful if an activity can drop one of Grumpy's tokens. Now, pretty sure they're legendary or something, so if you're in the situation that you wanna level up Grumpy, then make sure to level up Bashful all the way to level 10 so he can help you gather his tokens by doing this attempt to speak quest. That were all the activities that Bashful can do. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like, subscribe, do all those things, but also make sure to check out the description down below. I will be posting links there to the activity videos for all the other Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs characters. Now, I hope you liked it. Bye!